And I'm going to talk about Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is about the Constitution and all the laws that are in it. The Constitution, it provides a legal framework for the nations. Um, Along with this, we learn about federalism. Federalism is the division of political power between a central authority and a constituent political units. Um, Within this, we have the Supremacy Clause. And this is when the U.S. Constitution and all laws and treaties of the United States constitute the supreme law of the Lord and of the land. I'm sorry. And this is found in Article 6 of the Constitution. Within this, we have federal supremacy. And this is any state or local law that directly conflicts with the federal constitution laws or treaties is void. Along with this is a five-part diagram, and it asks, does the state law, the first part of the diagram is, does the state law directly conflict with a federal law? If the answer is yes, then the state law is invalid. If it is no, then does the state law, and then the question brings up, does the state law attempt to regulate in an area where federal law is so pervasive in that area? And if this answer is yes, then the state law is invalid under the doctrine of federal preemption. And if no, then the state law is valid. We have the separation of powers, and this just breaks down the three branches. We have the legislative branch, who enacts laws and appropriate funds. The executive branch, they seize the laws and seize the law and faithfully execute them, and the judicial branch interprets the laws. Then we have the Commerce Clause, and it empowers Congress to regulate commerce, which is trade with foreign nations, with Indians and tribes among the states. And this is found in Article 1. We have the Commerce Clause as a restriction on the state authority. Commerce Clause grants authority to regulate commerce to the federal government uh, to an extent to which granting such authority to the federal government restricts the state's authority to regulate commerce. Within this, we have the police power, and this is when states retain the third authority to pass laws to protect the health and safety and welfare of the community. Then we get into taxes. It gives Article 1, Section 8 gives power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imports, and exercises. It gives Congress its spending power by authorizing it to pay debts and provide for the common defense and general welfare of the United States. And then we get into the Bill of Rights, which is the first 10 amendments in the Constitution. It prohibits federal government from infringing on certain freedoms. And we get into those freedoms like the First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion. It also grants you the right to assemble peacefully and petition the government for redress or grievances. Sorry. Then we get to the Fourth Amendment. It protects the rights of individuals to be secure in their persons, homes, and personal property. This amendment basically protects you from illegal search and seizure. Then we get into the fifth law, and it protects you against self-incrimination, double jeopardy, and guarantees them the right to trial by jury. I'm sorry. Then we get into the 14th Amendment, and this amendment has the Equal Protection Clause, which prevents states from denying equal protection of the laws to any citizen. Then we get into Chapter 6, which is about white-collar crimes. Criminal law, it punishes offenders for causing harm to the public health, safety, or